Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for joining me here today so that we can discuss the Beanie Bubble. So this is indeed a movie about Beanie Babies. It follows Ty Warner, basically two narratives here. One that each one involves a different relationship that Ty Warner is in, and involves a different stage of his business. So one is kind of before he hits it really big, and the other is after. And it follows how they develop the strategy for marketing the Beanie Babies, how Ty goes about navigating his relationships. We learn about the workers at the company. Now, I've seen a couple documentaries about this and I've read a couple books, and they're pretty open right at the beginning that a lot of this stuff is heavily, heavily dramatized. So if you're looking for like an authentic or like a gritty take on the Beanie Baby movie, which I think is possible, unfortunately, that's not this. It's also not, despite the fact of having a really colorful, interesting cast and having a good sense of humor at times, this is not a wacky, over the top, surreal take on it either. So it's stuck in the middle where it's not super serious, but it's also not super funny. And I just was kind of left cold by this one. I didn't really care for it. I thought that the tones were weird. I thought that I either wanted it to be like serious and an interesting take on the story, or I wanted it to be a goof on the whole Beanie Babies thing, and it doesn't really do either. So we end up half serious and half funny, and neither of those are done really well. It's got a really good cast, a really deep cast. Zach Galifianakis plays Ty Warner, and while it's not a one of his typical over the top performances, it's such a weird and almost unsettling performance. I thought it was really, really good. I thought it was easily the best part of the movie. I do wish that this was just a little more interesting in one way or the other, because the Beanie Babies story, anyway, to me, is really interesting. So I kind of hate that this movie dropped the ball and ends up kind of being not boring, but definitely not memorable. So if you're just interested in like a kind of a little take on the Beanie Babies story without having to read the book or watch a documentary, you could do worse than this. But you're definitely not getting the real story, and you're not getting it told to you in an interesting way. That's my review of the Beanie Bubble. If you want to check out more, go to my website, markfusion.com, or you can go right here on YouTube to my movie review playlist. But thank you so much for watching this review, and hopefully I'll see you soon.